This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. And now, Show Low Ford presents high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk.
Standing in the backfield, he again gets the call, moving left to right, but this time the Cougars were ready for it as Yeager and Beeler are able to track him down and stop him for a very short gain to make it third down, maybe 4.
Yeah, Beeler was trying to make that extra effort to get that ball, trying to get a fumble.
Well, they've gone with that counter an awful lot, but this time the Cougars were ready. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go, and this is a really big play as Mingus at this point
Beeler
has not been able to figure out the Cougars on the offensive side. So hanging on to the football here would be a pretty big deal, as they are calling it 3rd and 4 on the Mingus 27. Empty backfield as Harrison flips this one over the middle, and that's caught, expecting some contact, but not finding any, and then stumbling over the 35 and good enough for the first down. Peter Calandra is there with the reception. That was, they needed 4. I think he got 10. So Calandra good with the catch and in a very important Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, with the clock now running at 1.5 minutes to play in the first. Again going without a huddle as Harrison walks along the line, relays the signal. Drew Meyer will again be in the backfield standing on his right. They got a blocker in front of him. A man moving in motion coming to the right side. Is they going to fake the pitch to him and instead go with Meyer, but he is met at the line and dropped. 7th carry for Meyer. He's been good for 32 yards, but again, 21 of those came on 1 carry. And it seems as if here on this drive that the Show Low front is really starting to find its legs. 2-yard loss on that carry. Less than a minute to go. 14-0 Show Low leads as trips are going to come set up on the near side. The lone man, no correction, there is nobody on the left. As Harrison, they're taking their time, getting close to a delay of game here as Harrison asks for the ball. This time goes with Meyer, moving to his left, cuts it up over the 40, and that makes a man miss to get over the 45 before he's tackled in Show Low territory.
And we got a first down.
That's a 16-yard carry, and that ought to be the last of the first quarter, you'd think. As Meyer now with 48 yards. And as soon as you compliment the Show Low front, Meyer says, not so fast. As that will be the last action here of the first quarter. It has been all Show Low, but Mingus is showing a little sign of life with a couple of first downs and a couple of big runs from Drew Meyer on the last 2 possessions, but still the Marauders are trailing the Cougars 14-0. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
I chose welding because there's always going to be a job and you can go so many different directions within it. The professors helped me so much with getting my skill level up to where it needs to be and helping me progress in the ways that I want to. It teaches you really to be job ready, having a good attitude, and still working hard. NPC has transformed my life by giving me a skill and a trade that I can take with me wherever I go.
$14-0, the Cougars are leading, very nearly 21-0, but fumbled the opening possession into the end zone. But right now, do you think that the Show Low Cougars should be feeling better about the lead or a little bit concerned about the way Drew Meyer is able to run off these yards in chunks?
With this offense, Mingus has shown some signs of hope.
They've been really feeding Meyer. I got him with 8 carries, now 48 yards. But again, 37 of those have come on 2 of his offerings. So he's been finding his opportunities and taking advantage. But for the most part, the Cougar front has been, I don't want to say dominant, but they've been really holding serve, I think is the way to look at it. Second time today that Mingus is in Show Low territory on the 49 as they fake the give to Meyer, and this one air-mailed. Candelera is able to get that one, but it was hanging up for him, and it allowed the Cougar tacklers to get there, and they were headlined by Beeler. That was good for about a yard. I think that was Andrew Nahar, who is the receiver. So second down and 9. That was a pretty good looking play, but Harrison, the sophomore quarterback, just a little too excited as he's again using the shotgun. And with Meyer in front, he's going to give it to him as he steps through one tackler in the backfield, trying to bounce it out to the left. He gets the edge there as there's a great block, allowing him to get the first down. But there, paving the way was Dakota Falcha. Now a penalty flag comes out after all is said and done. So hold the phone.
We have a flag on the field.
Ooh, 51 white, blindside block.
Well, that was one of our highlighted players, Baby Gronk.
So 51 white,
51
blindside block.
white.
We'll repeat second down.
Ryan Griffin. Wow, that looked like he got him around the shoulder. As you can take a look if you're watching online, he was turned around a little bit, but the letter of the law is that's going to make it still second down, 2nd and 10. As yeah, boy, that's all right. Safety first. So 2nd and 10, 14-0. Show Low leads 11-11 to go here in the half. As Meyer had a really good run that was negated, and that snap is juggled, this time countering to the right, finds a little seam as he gets to the 45 and then stood up at the 44. Well, he's still going forward now as the mob has joined in, and they're going to stop play. And the Marauders really liking that look on their sideline, as it looked like he was going to have about a 5-yard gain. He might have been able to keep going had that one not been blown. Instead, it's a 7-yard try to make it a manageable 3rd and 3. Trying to keep the Cougar offense on the sideline. So here's another big 3rd down, trailing 14-0. It's like a baby step. They're just right now trying to find some positivity before they can really worry about getting it into the end zone.
Glimmers of hope.
Still opting not to huddle. Harrison ready for this 3rd and 3 look. 2 receivers out wide to his left. Likewise is Meyer in the backfield as that snap is juggled, and then they had the first down in the open field, but instead that was not handled by Calandra.
Snap juggled, pass juggled.
That one hurts. Even after the initial miscue, it looked like they were going to have it. I think that Calandra might have been under the impression that somebody was nearby ready with the wood. And it doesn't look as if Mingus is going to leave anything to the punting chance. And we'll go for it here on 4th and 3. Show Low's already been successful twice from 4th down. Mingus trying to join. As Meyer again in there, and I think one of the Cougars hopped into the neutral zone. Indeed,
Well,
be a first
snap,
down.
Encroachment. Show Low.
There's the penalty from Show Low.
And now we have a Mount Mona first down.
First down.
So the most pressing element of that first down is Keegan Clark, and the offense will remain waiting. Clock running to 10 minutes, 14-0. Show Low leading, but a little bit of a drive being put together by Mingus as they got the same formation. 2 receivers on either side. Handoff is fake to Meyer, looking downfield and then misfiring as he was trying to check down and he was looking for Calandra, but that got a little bit of the footsteps again and just fired that one out of bounds. Got to have the internal clock ticking.
Yep.
Didn't realize he had an extra second or two to really make the delivery. And sets it up now 2nd and 10. Ball's on the Show Low 37. And Mingus with a couple of first downs on this drive. Trying to play from behind, though.
String some things together.
It's doing it without the huddle. But what's interesting about this is they are not really hurrying without the huddle, but preventing Show Low from bringing anybody off the sideline. As here the option pitch goes to the right side, and Meyer looking for some blockers as he gets to the 30, but he's knocked out of bounds by Clark. Wound up going for a sneaky good gain of 6 yards. But we'll make it 3rd down. Well, they're going to call it 5. One would assume, though, that they have 2 cracks to get these 5 yards as they're on the 31 for the Cougars. And they need to get it, well, looks like they need to get it just shy of the 25. Still again going without the huddle, but patiently working the no-huddle offense. As the 2 receivers on the near side are going to be Freddie Jimenez and then Falcha, who had that big block. Now a 3rd joins him in Calandra. Meyer also now out to the left as they're going to throw it again over the middle. This time Calandra's got it, caught at the 25. It's going to depend upon the spot, and it looks like they did it. Fawcett stops him as he was making the catch, but they needed 5, and I think they got 6.
That brings us to another Mount Mobile first down.
And it's good to see Calandra go over the middle and grab that one this time. Remember, he had the miscue after that one hit him right in the chest on the previous sequence. But Calandra with his second catch for 16 yards. And with 9 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the first half, trailing 14-0, but in business as they're approaching the red zone. The Mingus Marauders patiently just taking what the Cougar defense is providing. As they're in the shotgun formation, this time countering to the left. Meyer turns the corner at the 25, is able to bully his way down to the 21, maybe even the 20. Fawcett and Aguilar are good for the stop, but that's the second time now, his second straight carry where it looked like Meyer wasn't going to have much when he gets his hands on the ball and winds up getting 5 yards out of it.
That line's doing some work. They're doing that no huddle, but they have the wristbands with all the plays on it.
Is it a little bit unusual to see them working this methodically without huddling?
I don't know. It's kind of odd. You'd think.
All right, so 2nd down and 5. Meyer still in the backfield as he's again going to get the call, again countering to the left, and again with a little bit of space as he's going to be very close to the yard marker. Give him 4 to make it 3rd and 1.
Being down 14, you'd think they'd hurry.
Well, there's a lot of time left. And I think that at this point, if nothing else, they're just gaining some confidence, but also taking some solace in knowing that that high-powered offense for the Cougars has been neutralized over the last 4 minutes. This drive started in the first quarter, remember, and now they have the clock down to 7:45 in the second. 3rd down and 1, handoff Meyer going over the left side, needed 1, and he's got 9. Take that one down. Correction, he's got 14. He takes that one all the way down to the 6. 75 yards now on the evening for Drew Meyer. And they're already at the line now, trying to hurry this one into the end zone as they go with Meyer. Bounces it all the way to the left, and he's in for the score, but there is a flag down. 7-yard gain, and I think this might have been Show Low, incapable of getting everybody into position, might have had somebody running through the Mingus backfield. Let's see. Indeed, the whistle is against the Cougars, so there's a 7-yard score for Meyer. And they're an extra point away from having the Show Low lead with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. In to kick it away is Dominic Rennick. He showed some good leg on the kickoff, but they have had hard times with the snap. Quarterback in Harrison is going to be the holder. As the snap is clean, it's down, it's up, and it's good. 14-7, a lengthy drive that went about 70 yards is going to make it a one-touchdown game with 7:30 to go in the half. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
All right, 14-7, Show Low, which looked like it was firmly in control. Trenton Beeler and Talon Lester now back to receive the kick after Mingus goes on, I'm going to call it a 5-minute drive that went, I believe, 70 yards. They had the good return that started it all up. As this one is a low line drive kick angling toward Lester. He's got that one near the goal line. Cutting up the far hashes, he's going to now bounce it out to the left sideline, gets spun down. I can't see. Did he get over the 30, 35?
35, looks like a 35.
So good field position for the Cougars now, who are looking to reassert themselves as the dominant force, especially offensively. Mingus has had a hard time stopping Show Low. Remember, the opening drive was fumbled into the end zone. That was their only stop at this point. As they have the Cougars really been using a couple of different players out of the backfield, Quentin Maxwell and Cal Fawcett, as this looks like it's going to be Maxwell again, with Clark also having done some stuff with his feet, as a quick flag is going to suggest that there's a procedure penalty.
Snap infraction.
Snap infraction.
That's when you pick up the ball and put it back down.
Well, in fairness to whomever was on the line, it looked as if Clark was having second thoughts about his understanding of which play was sent in off of the sideline. As he is now all set and ready. Maxwell again in the backfield, standing on his right, counters that one back to his left as he has got that one over the 40 to the 45, the 50, and then finally brought down by Nahara all the way down to the 40 in Mingus territory.
That brings us another Mountain Mobile first down.
Maxwell good for 30 yards on that one. And it's right where they had left off after the lengthy drive from Mingus. So all the way down to the Marauder 40, 14-7, Show Low leading, but already threatening with 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the half. Same formation as this one is had by Clark. He's calling his number as he moves to the right, all the way down to the 30 before he's run out of bounds, and that might be a late hit out of bounds. No flag there, but the Marauders might consider themselves fortunate. Trevor Hoke going in low and just a little bit tardy, as that was a 12-yard scamper by Clark for that Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. And close to the red zone after just 2 plays, still leading 14-7. Fawcett is in the backfield as they're going to give it to him, moving left to right with a blocker in front. He's at the 20, the 10, with one man to beat. He's dialing for the pylon, and he's in the end zone. A 27-yard score for Cal Fawcett, his second touchdown, but first offensive. Well, he made that initial burst when he got to the line, but I couldn't see who his blockers were once he was able to make that cut to the right and get near the sideline. But that was certainly not a solo effort from Fawcett.
The line had a lot to do with that.
And it looks like not, again, taking anything for granted. Clark is going to get this one, go over the right side of the line, and have that one in the end zone for the 2-point. Well, the scoreboard shows out a 1-pointer. All right, we'll figure that one out after. No, there it is, 22-7 with 6:52 to go here in the half. Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
.6:52 to go in the half, 22-7. Now Show Low leads with an answer after the Mingus Marauders had trued through the Show Low defense while getting their first score. But just 3 plays needed for the Cougars on that scoring drive. McCrill is kicking it away for the Cougars. Just one step and a good boom as it's going back toward Falcha, who's going to take this one inside the 10, scooting his way down to the 20 to 30, and now to the far sideline where he's at the 40 before being tripped up by Aguilar. But excellent field position here for the Marauders as this one's turning into quite the shootout. Field position will give it to Mingus at the 44. Wow. 44, Falcha didn't look like he had lots of work with, but he just found a little seam and then just started wiggling through.
Took advantage.
Wiggling through.
Wiggling.
Yes, I'm coining that.
Wiggling.
6:45 to go in the second quarter. Drew Meyer into the backfield. 14 carries, 82 yards. And the last score as Harrison, who's been able to connect on just 2 of his tosses, starts the option going to the right. And there's Meyer diving down the sideline beyond the 50 and into Show Low territory.
Tackled by Beeler.
Beeler's been near the football an awful lot on the defensive side, as that one's just into Cougar territory at the 49. And a really good carry on first down. It took him a while to get moving, but Drew Meyer, after he picks up those 7, has really been able to find his footing. And again, trying to use the clock, opting not to huddle. Everybody's standing and looking at the Mingus sideline for the Marauders. And really, as you had pointed out, the best defense right now is just using this ground control offense for the Marauders. Clock stopped at 6:35 after Meyer went out of bounds. As this time he's going to dive straight up the middle. He is very close to the yard marker. And it looks like he's going to be just shy after Avilar was able to get in high and then pull him back.
Avilar and Whipple on that with the tackle. It looks like number 7 has those headphones in his helmet. He's always put his hands in his ear holes.
I didn't know that high school players did that.
I didn't know either.
Oh.
It looks like the pro players.
There's a chance that he wants to look like he is on TV there.
Well, he is.
Leave that one out. Indeed. Welcome to YouTube as he's going to hurry under center for the first time and now just keep it. As there's Harrison. Oh, but the football is knocked loose and Avilar is able to record the fumble and the recovery. So hurrying to the line, and it was initially successful, but Aguilar is able to get in there. Oh, correction, no, it was stripped and stolen away by Anthony Avilar.
Like a big bear grabbing honey.
Well, that one hurts. The offense was continuing to do exactly what it has been asked, as Harrison had a couple of yards on his first carry, but the costly fumble. And now let's see, after they just needed 3 plays to score on their last drive. Here comes Keegan Clark, as Fawcett is the lone man in the backfield. And he fakes the run, now going to leave that one up as there's an awful lot of space had by Lester, caught at the 30 as he is spun down out of bounds at the 19.
That's big for Show Low.
37-yard catch. As Lester has that one for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, and it looked as if everybody was buying the initial fake. And really there were 2, as the first looked like they were going to potentially hand it off in the backfield to Maxwell. And a timeout now being taken by Mingus. We'll take it with them with 5:38 to go in the half. The Cougars leading 22-7 and again in the red zone. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
.538 to go. Show Low on the Mingus 19. Marauders had just used their first timeout. The Cougar offense has now been getting yards in big bunches, chunks if you will. As here's going to be the fake, the counter to Yeager as he comes from the left to the right, and he's at the 10-5 and stumbling into the end zone for the 19-yard touchdown.
Didn't we meet his grandpa?
Yes, we did.
Nice guy.
Proud grandpa at this point, as Jacob Yeager Jake Yeager, beg your pardon. Now 2 carries for 42 yards and that touchdown. And wait a minute, there may be a shaken. Falcha is down on a knee and slow getting up. He had that big return on the previous kickoff. And, I don't know how he's doing. He's now seated. It might just be the wind having been knocked out of him. Well, Show Low is now picking up yards. Its last couple of plays have gone for 37 yards through the air, 12 yards on the ground, 35 yards on the ground, 27 yards on the ground. What's been the big key for them picking up yards in those chunks?
The line taking care of the blocks for the passes and opening the holes.
Falcha is tapping his midsection. I think that I'm hoping that he just had his wind knocked out of him. His teammates are giving him a round of applause, and he's looking far more confident in his gait, getting a little dab from Yeager particularly, as everybody happy to see him hop back up. When you see somebody having a hard time with their footing this day and age, the immediate concern is concussion, but it doesn't look as if that was the case. As I think he just couldn't breathe.
Yep.
And if you've been in that situation, you know how terrifying it is.
Give him 5 minutes, he'll be back. You hope.
So the Cougars had gone for 2 on the last one. It looks like as if they're going to do the same. As here Clark, again going to call his own number, this time trying to go over the left of the line, and he's able to successfully get into the end zone for another 2-point score to make it 30-7. Show Low with a commanding lead with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to play here in the half. It's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
5:32, and the previous kick returner in Dakota Falcha had just been taken off the field, and I can't get a look at the number. I don't think that's him, as Falcha wasn't wearing sleeves, so that's actually Andrew Nahar, who is going to be awaiting this kickoff. As this one's short and going to be taken with some momentum at the 10. Couple of blockers in front as he cuts it out to the left at the 20, 25, trying to get to the sideline as he runs along the 25 before being taken out of bounds, and a great open field tackle there by Colton Yeager.
Taken out by Cole Yeager.
These Show Low Cougars are looking, outside of the 4 penalties, pretty sharp.
Yep.
Doing everything pretty fundamentally sound, would you say?
Yes, sir. I think they should start putting some younger guys in.
5:26 to go here in the half. 30-7, the Cougars are leading. Falcha's back out there. Welcome back to the ball game, the senior, who gave everybody a little bit of a scare, but he's now on the left of the line. As late off of the sideline is Zach Harrison. His workhorse in the backfield with them is Drew Meyer, 16 carries, 91 yards, but 2 turnovers here for Mingus. As here's a quick drop, looking over to the right side where it's caught and had over the 35-40, and then squeezing through a couple of tacklers. A great run after the catch there by Nahar.
To the 49.
There's a 23-yard throw. As Nahar has his second catch. And they're again threatening to break into Show Low territory. And 1st and 10 after that Mountain Mobile Auto Glass movement of the sticks. 5 minutes to go, 30-7, Show Low leading. Is this one again going with the option? A big pop after it was delivered to Meyer, who's going to have just a couple of yards, but Harrison's going to have a lot to think about after that one. Yeager got the quarterback, Beeler the ball carrier.
Josh Beeler with the tackle.
Now, what does that do for a sophomore quarterback when he's able to deliver to the pitch but absorb the blow? Do you start thinking about that a little bit?
Slows them down a bit.
Second down now and 7.
Or can speed them up.
After the 3-yard gain from Meyer. In motion, Falcha goes left to right. Handoff goes Meyer as he tries to find some room over the right side. Is able to pick his way down into the second level of the Show Low defense and get stopped after a 4-yard gain. Keegan Clark there to make the stop to make it now 3rd down. We'll call it 2.
They really like that right side.
Meyer approaching the century mark. Before, the gentle criticism was that he was just doing it on a couple of different plays, but now he's really settled in, averaging about 5 or 6 yards every effort, as Show Low already once has been in the neutral zone nearly again. Harrison really demanding the football as he's got 2 receivers on either side of the line, and Meyer standing on his right. 3rd down and 2 is that pitch, and there you see that one. That was shoveled wide and short, and it was because Yeager was again fast in approach.
That and Beeler. Trenton Beeler was there.
That one goes for negative 2 yards. But we were speculating what that might do to the young man, and I think there we had the evidence. No sign of the kicking unit as Yeager was there in the backfield, and he was Harrison knew it as soon as he let it out of his hand. They're calling it just 4th and 4 after a generous spot. Oh no! And now we're going to do some kicking. As out to do it is Rennick,
and
he's got
nobody
the snap,
back.
And he tries to send this one short, but it goes straight off the side of his foot, and there's not going to be much change of direction here as far as the field position goes. Oh, I think that was a 7-yard kick. A little bit of miscommunication as right now hopping off the sideline, wiping blood from his fangs is Keegan Clark as he's got a short field. Got this one set up on the Show Low 38. They were in this situation a couple of possessions ago, needed just 3 plays, 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the half, already leading 30-7. In the backfield with him looks to be Cantor, as they're instead going to go to Fawcett, who is going to, and we got another late hit, and no flag. Gee whiz. I'm thinking maybe he was pushed onto him. As Fawcett was able to get just a yard. Oh, no, that was not an instance of being pushed. As here Fawcett again getting the counter right to left as he is all the way at midfield. One man to beat, he's into the 40, but he's going to get tracked down from behind at the 30 by Rennick. Take him down to the 28. 34-yard gain for Fawcett. And there's some of that big chunk of yards that we'd come to expect from the Cougar attack. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left after that Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down to the Mingus 27. 30-7, Show Low leading as there's the keep from Clark as he's going straight up the middle, splits 2 tacklers, and then it's just shoestring caught inside the 10. 18-yard gain for Keegan Clark.
That right side of the line is making holes all night.
72 yards on the evening for the Show Low quarterback. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, 30-7, and with a 1st and goal situation as the clock apparently was not moving. Now it is. All right. Clark from the shotgun as they're going to go with Maxwell. No, they're going to fake the give to Maxwell, and into the end zone goes Clark.
They had a whole fence of green opening that runway.
8-yard touchdown run from Keegan Clark. He had 214 yards on the ground last week in the Dome. He's already good for 80, unofficially. And it's 36-7. Show Low is in front.
No one was getting through. A sea of green.
It's both the blockers in front and the landscape on the
That's
horizon.
In a month, it'll be yellow.
Extra point is up and good. 37-7. Show Low in front with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the half. Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Oh.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
37-7 here in the closing moments of the first half. Andrew Nahar, who had a pretty good return, is back at the 10 as McCrill is going to kick this one away. He left that one up for quite a while, but the tacklers were not able to get downfield. As this time he's going to put a little bit more juice into it. Well, no, it's going to hang up and again be fumbled as this one will be picked up instead and fallen upon by Calandra. So that thing is getting caught up in the wind. I keep forgetting when the microphone is not being toyed with that there's a really strong wind being blown in. What is that, from the south?
Yeah.
It is monsoon season. It was late arriving.
It was. That's a gusty wind. Comes and goes.
Just a beautiful evening here under a black night. Second week of the season, the Cougars halfway to running the record to 2-0. As laid off the sideline, Zach Harrison. He's been able to convert on 3 of 8, but he's thrown an interception, had a fumble. Meyer is next to him. He's good for 96 yards on 19 carries as he's going to get the call, going to the right side, this time strung out as he tried to counter that one to the right. Maxwell, the first one there. Very narrow 1-yard gain.
Team effort there.
And the Marauders are in no hurry, even with the clock under 2 minutes. Meyer now having gone with 20 carries, standing on the right of his quarterback is Harrison. Short drop, looking to the far sideline, but it's airmailed. And a little bit of a extracurricular block that sent one of the Cougars pushed away from the line. But no flags. A couple of instances here in the second quarter where the officials have swallowed the whistle, if you will. With 1 minute and 42 seconds, the clock is stopped here in the half.
My volume's...
Here comes Harrison as he's moving to his left. Now he's going to tuck it. He's over the 25 and sliding after a 3-yard gain. And it should keep the clock moving, or did he get out of bounds?
I think he got out of bounds.
Well, yeah, I thought he was in bounds, but the clock is stopped at 1 minute 34. Oh, there we go. Now they're saying wind it.
He's winding the clock.
Hey, play D. Play D. All right, so Show Low was not sending anybody back, but now late getting back, I think that's Maxwell, as Rennick is in to do the kicking for the Marauders, who are down 30 and trying to use as much. Oh, well, okay, thought that one was mishandled. There's a big punt. It's going to bounce at the 35 and then all the way back to the 20. Maxwell's now circling that one at the 15, picking it up now as he's trying to make a couple of men miss, but it's staggering forward down to the 22.
We can say one thing about Mingus is they have a good punter.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, 2 timeouts, guys.
It's a 55, 60-yard punt.
Another 6, boys. Another 6.
I don't know how long that punt was, except it was real. So 61 seconds left, and after the huge kick, the Cougars are going to have to start on their own 22. Clark was good for 37 yards on the previous first play of the drive. This time just going to hand it off. Maxwell going up the center of the field and has that one spun down at the 31. Gain of 9. Timeout Show Low. So the Cougars looking to try to punctuate here what has been an impressive, if not dominant, first half. Mingus looked like it was going to start controlling the football as they had ground out a 5-minute drive that led to their only touchdown. But as they had picked up right where they had left off, Maxwell was stripped away by Anthony Avila, and since then it has just been all Cougars all the time.
Yeah.
So 52 seconds to go, and the Cougars, maybe that was just kind of an exploratory play, looking to see if maybe they could get a big chunk to determine whether or not they're going to really try to get this thing upfield. And they got 7 yards, so why the heck not?
So you can feel it popping up.
Clark out of the shotgun. Maxwell is standing on his right as Clark has the handoff, and he's going to give it to Lester, trying to swing this one on the reverse to the left. He's got some blockers as he gets over the 35-40 at midfield. Now with the burst of speed at the 40, pushed out of bounds at the 35.
Yeah, you can see those four Show Low players just ready to block somebody. Open the lane.
Huge gain, as that one was good for 40 yards. And now already deep into Mingus territory with the clock stopped at 41, already leading 37-7 as Clark wants to keep this one. Stutter step to get to the line, but he's brought down after just a 3-yard gain and a quick timeout taken by the Cougars. So right now Show Low boasting Keegan Clark out there, 7 carries, 83 yards. Fawcett, 3 carries, 62 yards. Maxwell, 3 carries, 40 yards. Yeager, 2 carries, 42 yards. Lester just got 40 yards on his first carry, and I might have missed a couple of those. This has been, again, chunking. They are chunking the Mingus defense, Derek.
That they are. One of Mingus's best defenses is their offense, but their offense isn't doing that great.
Outside of those two, well, 1.5 possessions.
There you go.
So 36 seconds left, and the Cougars will have one final timeout. Clark, who's also 3 for 3 for 92 yards. Lester has been his favorite target. Everybody bunched up close to the line. Maxwell's in the backfield as they're going to roll it to the right. Clark going to keep all the way, but he's tripped up at the line. Gains just 2, maybe 3. And there's the Cougars taking their last timeout. 29 seconds left. And they might have to start airing it out. In this beautiful evening, it's called Many a Sort out of doors, including one gentleman who is behind the visiting stands, popping wheelies on a mountain bike. On a mountain bike.
At a football game.
As you can see here, Mingus really trying to crowd the line, as it looks as if as soon as Clark is not really accelerating, it's given the Marauder defenders a chance to swarm. So now facing 3rd down and 4. They got Lester split wide out to the right. And looking that way as a couple of blockers break into the open field, and instead it's going to be had by Cantor toward the near sideline. It's caught at the 15. He's spun down inside the 10.
In bounds.
Oh, they said he stays in bounds, though. The clock stops to move the chains. 17-yard pickup as Clark still has not missed.
There it goes. It winds up again.
20 seconds and counting, leading 37-7. Taking their time as they're inside the 10. As this one fakes the handoff, Clark's keeping that one over the right of the lane. Held up, but then runs through the arm tackle into the end zone from 8 yards out for his 2nd rushing score.
Keegan Clark is on fire tonight.
43-7 with another extra point coming as McCrill awaits. Keegan Clark will do the holding as he's turned into a bit of a one-man wrecking crew. The slow snap is had, the kick is up, and it's good to make it 44-7 with just 11 seconds left. All right, so what's your approach at this point? They got this huge wind that has suddenly died down as soon as I want to reference it. Thanks a lot, Mother Nature.
Squib.
You're going to squib it?
Squib it.
There has been a little bit of adventurous receptions here from the Marauders.
Give it to the guy at the 30-yard line.
Well, with that in mind, who's this on the 40? I thought for a moment that it might be Nahar, but then I remembered he's wearing sleeves. So no, Nahar's back there.
This is very unique.
15.
Receiving formation.
It's kind of spread around.
Yeah, it is.
Right. So.
Oh, the band.
Oh, the band was close to the sideline. So the players are saying we appreciate the support, but just not quite yet. As now they are approaching the line. McCrill with it teed up at the 40. And he approaches. No, he sends this one back, and it's had by Falche at the 6-yard line. Blockers waiting at the 20 as he accelerates 25. It held up at the 30. And that stops the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Marauders will have an opportunity for one final play, trailing 44-7.
Whipple with the tackle.
Do you try one? What the heck? What do you got to lose?
You got 5 seconds. You're down by a bunch.
Looks like he's going under center, and Harrison's just going to let this one burn. And he does take the knee. So they've been close a couple of times, especially offensively, but right now the Marauders are going into the locker room, tasked to try to slow the Show Low offense, trailing 44-7 here at intermission. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, lit to smile, love your smile. Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
I really wanted to work with robotics. When you come here, you have to act mature and meet deadlines. It's going to help me and my associates, in which I'll be a step closer in college. I'm going to have to apply these skills to the workforce. My ultimate career goal would be to be a mechanical engineer. MPC is transforming my life.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Show Low leading the Mingus Marauders 44-7 here at halftime. And as it has been all Show Low all the time, we have to, of course, remind you here that it could very easily be worse. Because they went 80 yards on their first possession and fumbled it into the end zone. So this was just really one play away from being a 51-7 affair. Has it really been that one-sided, though, Derek?
I don't know. It seems, Mingus has had his glimmers of hopes, but Show has dominated pretty well.
What's been most striking about this is how the Cougars, their first couple of possessions, they were nickel and diming their way down. It was just they were picking it up on fourth, they're picking up some third down conversions. Second quarter, though, it has just been almost 20 yards a play.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest change in that regard?
I think that right side of the line is really opening holes and making them able to pass.
They haven't really got attacking that right side, and we've highlighted all sorts of players for the Cougars who have been finding all sorts of success, not the least of which has been Keegan Clark, as he has run for 94 yards. I have him having completed 9 yards. Is that right, Mike, on the stats? Has he missed a pass? So he's got a perfect passer rating and almost 100 yards rushing. I'm assuming that he won't drive the bus home since they are playing at home, but is there anything else that he could do here that would really turn ahead?
Kick a field goal.
Now, Fawcett, we got to talk about that, is he had a 55-yard interception return when it looked as if the Marauders were really close to really finding themselves on the offensive side. That interception went right before they had gone more than 5 minutes and 70 yards for their first score. But how much of that, though, the interception, and we've also seen a couple of miscues in the backfield with the option particularly, that has been a result of just the pressure that Show Low is getting into the backfield.
Yeah, that defensive line has put a lot of pressure on the Mingus offense.
Mingus just referenced that long drive when it was able to take it for more than 5 minutes and 70 yards, and that was always highlighted and punctuated by Drew Meyer, who right now is in the locker room with 20 carries, 97 yards. He has the only Marauder score, as he got off to a slow start. His first 3 carries were just for 2, 3, and 5 yards, but then he ran off a big one at 21, and it seemed like that was really where he was able to pick up his confidence. Talked a lot about the right side of the Show Low line. The right side of the Mingus line's also been opening up some holes.
Yeah, that's the only place that Mingus has had some success is in that right side of the line. They've gone far when they've done good.
44-7. Show Low is in front and in command They're at their home opener after picking up the big road win at Raound Valley, and just 2 quarters now away from remaining undefeated. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
I chose NPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist. This is the start to that path. The instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I've learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's kind of crazy how much I've learned. Northland Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because their prices were affordable. I've learned everything about the hair, skin, and nails. I've gained confidence in what I'm doing, so I'll be successful when I get out in the salon. This is an industry where I'll always have a job, and a job where I can express my creativity and make my own hours. I have transformed my life by coming to NPC.
Halftime, it's Show Low High School where the Cougars are leading 44-7. Is there any kind of key that you could highlight that the Cougars need to make sure that they're continuing to attack as they've continued to expand this already wide lead?
No, I think this is where you put in the younger players. Let them get some experience. Rest your older guys.
What was the score of the Mingus game last year for Show Low? They lost.
They lost. It was pretty big. I think it was 42-7.
That was one of the reasons why a lot of people suspected that Raound Valley would get off to a winning note last year hosting the Cougars, but this does not look like the same team that was playing last year.
Yeah, last year I think Show Low started 0-2. This year looks like they're going to be 2-0. So,
well, they're leading 44-7. You talked about how Keegan Clark last year was lining up as a receiver and now a dual threat quarterback, as everybody else is getting a lot of tape on what he's up to at this point. And the help he's getting from everybody up front, the ability to both disguise runs and then throw it over the top, is you got to be so aware of everything that's happening in the Show Low backfield. He's looking like he's going to be posing a lot of people problems. He's going to be keeping coaches up late is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he does look like a runner when he runs, and as a wide receiver, he does look like that.
Well, it's 44-7 here at intermission. Show Low is leading and on the threshold of making quick work of the Mingus Marauders. We'll have the second half for you right after this. It's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of
I chose Northland Pioneer College because it's close to where I live. My instructor taught me how to build a foundation and framing and use different tools that I haven't used. There's always be work everywhere. I don't want to get educated and start from the bottom and learn how to find myself and what I can do. MPC's transforming my life.
I chose welding because there's always going to be a job and you can go so many different directions within it. The professors helped me so much with getting my skill level up to where it needs to be and helping me progress in the ways that I want to. It teaches you really to be job ready, having a good attitude, and still working hard. NPC has transformed my life by giving me a skill and a trade that I can take with me wherever I go.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right, not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Getting ready to start the second half here at Show Low. The Cougars leading Mingus 44-7. Let's send it down to Ron.
Thanks, Derek. Coach Maxwell, what a dominating first half. You talked about pregame about you really want your guys to fly around the field. Were you happy with what you saw first half?
Yeah, I thought they played super hard. You know, that's the biggest thing that we preach more than anything is just play with effort, man. I mean, you know, you can only do with what God gave you. You know, you're only so tall, you're only so fast, but you can definitely play absolutely as hard as you can play, and I thought everybody did that. You know, I thought we played really hard.
What are some keys that you're looking in for here for the second half?
I just want to keep it up. I'd really like to get out here and play a good first part of this third quarter, and then I'd like to, if at all possible, go down and maybe get one more score on the board, look a little bit crisp, and then try to get some of our guys off the field, let some of our younger guys play.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck. Back up to you, Derek.
All right, thanks, Ron. And Coach Maxwell, as his team is leading 44-7. The Marauders had won the toss and deferred, I believe. So they are poised to receive.
It wouldn't be a wise choice to kick if that was your first choice.
So we got Derek Cavey in the booth with us here, who's also an official. As it seems as if this is a matter of time. Would you explain the mercy rule?
At 42, a spread of 42, they turn the clock into a winding clock, so it just runs.
So ball goes out of bounds, clock's moving.
Yep.
Pass is incomplete, clock's moving.
Yep.
Somebody just scored and we're going to tee it up. Is the clock moving?
No. That's when it stops.
Okay.
And then when they get the ball, it will wind again.
All right, well, we're not quite at 42.
No,
but
not
again,
yet.
It's on the threshold.
Mingus still has a chance.
How important is that from a football player's perspective or a coach's perspective to try to avoid that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So the Marauders are still doing some calisthenics over there. We got 12 minutes on the clock. And
they can kick off.
They're working out.
Curious here. Okay, now they're going to – because we've already seen a couple of delays of game here this season.
Take me out of program.
Oh. There you go.
As potentially – well, there we go. Well, I guess they weren't kicking off, so the Cougars could just go ahead and pooch.
They could kick it and get the ball.
Pooch and gather.
It's a free kick.
This is the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. That is Northland Pioneer College. Falcho, who gave everybody a scare when it looked like the wind was knocked out of him in the second quarter. He's back deep at the 5-yard line to receive. This time with the wind at the back, McCrill puts this one down inside the 10. Falcho with a couple of blockers in front of him as he cuts it out to the left along the 25 to the, well, he's at the 25 where Whipple and Cantor are going to bring him down. And that is where Mingus is going to begin, trying to generate that ball control offense that resulted in a 5-minute, say 70-yard touchdown drive that started around their 30. And if they can do that, and if nothing else, just keep the Cougar attack off the field, that would give the Marauders something good to feel about going into next week. Off the sideline comes Zach Harrison. He is 3 for 8 for 40 yards, also threw an interception that was returned 55 yards for a score. And in the backfield is Meyer as he's going to get the call on the counter, moving right to left, runs through a couple of arm tackles over the 35 and all the way down to the 39, a 14-yard gain, and an excellent start to the second half here for the Marauders.
And that brings us to Mountain Mobile first down. Ridge Lee brought that runner down.
Over the century mark goes Andrew Meyer, the junior ball carrier. He's another guy who's going to be keeping coaches up late, and I don't know what you do about him because he's listed 5'11", 165, but he runs big. First and 10 from the 38. Mingus again with the shotgun snap, again going with Meyer, but this time as he tries to get to the right side of the line, he is stood up by Ridge Lee. Yeager also back there, as that one is going to get a favorable spot of just a yard. Make it second down and 9. Harrison has not had a lot of success out of these passing downs as he's got receivers on either side. And this one, again, going to be handed off to Meyer, who runs through one tackler in the backfield, now cuts it back to the left and is somehow able to get positive yardage.
Ridgely on that tackle again.
But he turned a loss of 2 into a gain of 5. Somebody just said that he runs big.
He runs big, he does.
Gotta love it when the players make the broadcasters look wise. Because somebody's got to. Boom. 3rd down and 5. I would wager that they're going to be going for 2. Or having 2 cracks at this, I should say, as the option pitch goes to the left. And again, having to make men miss in the backfield. Meyer is able to do it at once, maybe twice, and gain a yard before Aguilar is going to bring him down after just a 1-yard gain. Make it 4th and 4.
Ridgely was there to help too.
Doesn't look like the punting unit is coming out, and Show Low doesn't buy it even if they did it late. So here's Meyer and Harrison ready to use the shotgun again on 4th and 4 with the clock running under 10 minutes to go. Again, trying to run the option to the short side of the field, and Meyer is able to put his head down and dive. Needed 4 yards, he got 5, and has enough to move the chains for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Runs big.
Runs big.
He's getting up maybe a little tenderly.
They're going to the left side now. They must have listened to our halftime show.
Sure of that. Trips coming to the right. Single man split wide on the left. Meyer on the left of Harrison in the shotgun formation as he's looking to the right and has a man open, but he underthrows him, and it's intercepted by Beeler. He runs through one tackler. Maxwell, beg your pardon. He's at the 40 and then brought down at the 25. And there's another instance where Harrison had somebody with a little bit of space. First time he overthrew it. That time it was pretty badly underthrown.
32 yards on the return.
As that was Maxwell, not Beeler. Correct?
Yes, that was Maxwell, not Beeler. Beeler was out there in the front.
Well, 9 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And here is Show Low with an excessively short field, potentially going to gain that mercy rule in effect as they're going to run this one, counter it to the left. There's Beeler, who's going to get over
6 yards,
the 20, and down to the 18 for a 6-yard pickup. Second down, calling it 4. As Show Low with the mighty 44-7 lead, slowly getting to the line. Fawcett is in the backfield as he's going to get the call. He tries to run up the middle where he is met by a couple of tacklers, but he's able to keep his feet going and spun down at the 16, about a yard short of a first down as Ryan Griffin was the last there to bring him down. And it's 3rd down and maybe 2.
It looks like Show Low has been doing running back by committee.
Well, they got the horses.
They're taking their turns.
Got a stable back there with Fawcett, Maxwell, Beeler, Yeager, Lester on the end around, and don't forget Clark. As he's now set up for this 3rd down, they're going to officially say it's 3. Fake the handoff as he's now with Clark keeping it, bouncing it out to the right side. He's got all sorts of green, and he's just going to very nonchalantly take it to the pylon and get it in the end zone for a score.
Slowly walking to that end zone.
Now 109 yards after that 15-yard touchdown. 50-7, Show Low leads. And with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left, it's all Cougars here. McCrill in to do the kicking. As the snap is down, it's away. Woo-wee, look at that one.
Laces.
Biggin. It was no good, but it sure went a long way. Welcome to the White Mountains.
It was the wind.
Yeah, it was a lot of wind. All right, 50-7, Show Low leads with 7:50 to go in the third quarter. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
So got that 42-point spread as Show Low's leading 50-7. And after this one is sent away, the clock should run.
It should run, yes.
Falcha is standing at the 5-yard line as the kick is away, and setting him one to his right. Catches this one near the sideline before he starts cutting it back to the left. He's along the 20 now as he's looking for some space before he is spilled down at the 22.
That was a long, short run.
That'll go a lot of many yards laterally, we'll call it.
Getting his steps in today.
All right, so the clock is moving at 7:40, and Show Low leading 50-7. 3 turnovers now plaguing the Mingus Marauders. 2 of them interceptions. Most recent led to that touchdown that was not culminated with the extra point. Got Drew Meyer, who's been good for 123 yards. As Falcha comes in motion right to left, instead they fake the pass and go to Meyer, who is met at the line and dropped for no gain.
That was Luis Munoz on the tackle.
It looked like Meyer thought that he had a gap, but it was quickly filled by Munoz. Munoz, a senior, built like the bus, 5'9". Did that say 245 or 145?
245.
No, the bus indeed. As there is a 2nd down and 10 opportunity again with the option to the left. This time Meyer is able to get some acceleration and go out of bounds right around the yard marker, and I think he got 11.
That's a Mountain Mobile first down.
The Critters are out. Clock moving at 6:35, 50-7, Show Low leading. Meyer is having himself quite a day, as he, again, with 27 carries and 134 yards. Nope, just Meyer and Harrison have been responsible for all of the effort on the ground. As now Falcha coming in motion again, fake the toss to him and hand it off to Meyer, who loses his footing in the backfield, and that time loses about 5.
Are they doing that famous clap count?
I think so. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Show Low leading by 43. There's some wind. Trips coming to the right. Shotgun formation for Harrison as he starts moving toward the near sideline. Now trying to throw it over the middle of the field where it was tipped and nearly dove under by Beeler, but instead will fall incomplete. Fawcett was also over there, but I think it was tipped by Calandra.
Beeler is everywhere.
Yes, he is. So we'll take a look at the replay.
He came from far to try to get that ball.
Fawcett was in the neighborhood after it was tipped by the receiver, who then was pretty on the spot by immediately wrapping up Fawcett, assuming that he might be able to come down with that tipped ball. Clock approaching 5 minutes to play in the third, and here is a 3rd down and 13 opportunity for the Marauders as there is the snap. It's had and trying to let everybody get downfield, and now Harrison's going to tuck it and run, moving to the left where he's trying to pick up some blockers, but he's out of bounds, shy of the first down, though he did gain. I'm going to give him 8.
Jack Baird on the tackle.
So that makes it 4th down and, well, I gave him way too many. It was 4th and 6, it looks to be. And the Marauders are not bringing out the punting unit again. So Myers in the backfield. He put him behind the chains by losing his footing. Now they're going to split him out wide. Looking over the middle of the field where it's caught, had by Calandra, and he's right at the yard marker. It's all going to depend upon the spot, and they're saying move it.
And that's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
So here's some of those things that Mingus can do despite the deficit. As we saw Calandra miss one of those passes in the first half, but maybe if they can just shore up some of those fundamentals.
Yeah.
And that was well had, well thrown, and they move the chains and get to continue to work on this offense as they're trailing 50-7 now, facing 1st and 10 on the 46. Try to set up a screen to the receiver who has that one out of his hands and quickly grabbed and had by Calandra along the near sideline. He's at the 30 and out of bounds to the 25. But fortune smiling upon Mingus, perhaps the football gods trying to repay while they continue to show the effort despite the 43-point deficit.
I think at this point you're just having a learning opportunity. Work on the fundamentals, get better for next week. The season's young.
(50-7) with a 1st down and 10 on the Show Low 25. That was a 30-yard reception that was had. Is now trying to throw it to the far side where he's underneath it. That's the first time that we're going to call Tony Munoz's number on the outside, on the offensive side.
Freddie Jimenez.
That was good for a 4-yard pickup. As Harrison's starting to shake off a couple of these turnovers and find a little bit more confidence as they are attacking the Cougars on the outside on the last 2 possessions. Well, they've thrown it now the last 3. Let's see what they're dialing up now. Meyer back out there on the right, and they're going to give him the football as he starts moving to his right. Makes a man miss at the 20, and then is gang tackled at the 18. Picks up 3 to set up 3rd and 3.
That was Ridgely, Beeler, and a horde of other Cougars.
They're in the red zone. Clock is moving under 2 minutes and 20 seconds, trailing 50-7. Mingus, though, again putting it together one of those time-consuming drives. As here is Harrison approaching the line, 2 receivers on either side. Meyer again in the backfield. As he gives the snap, moves the option again to the left as Meyer turns the corner. He's over the 15 and he's down to the 10. He's got the 1st down. And this might be a 1st and goal situation after that Mountain Mobile Auto Glass movement of the chains.
Ridgely with the tackle.
8-yard pickup. Meyer now has 140. And it's not going to be 1st and goal. He's probably tired as he takes a step out. That was his 30th carry. Going into the backfield in his stead is Jace Brasena. He is just a sophomore, but get a load of this, 5'10", 180. So he moves over to the right, trips to the right, as they're going to give the handoff to Brasena. He spins away from one tackler in the backfield, but spun down for a loss. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Make it 2nd down, and they're going to call him having returned to the line of scrimmage. So no gain for Braseno. As the clock is now moving under 1 minute to play, mercy rule is in effect. So this very well may be the final play here of the 3rd quarter.
I think they're going to pass.
Again with the option to the left. Braseno now turns the corner. Is he scampering toward the end zone? And did he stay in bounds? Touchdown, Mingus. 10-yard run for Briseno. So make it 50-13. The mercy rule shelved. 34 seconds in the third quarter. And they continue to run the option to the left. And both Meyer and now Briseno have been having success.
Do you kick on this or do you run a play, get some practice?
Well, they're going to call timeout to consider. We might as well take it with them. The clock stopped at 34 seconds left. 50-13, Mingus having just scored, and now we're going to talk about what to do next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
So trailing 50-13, and you've had all sorts of success, especially with that option to the left. Well, kind of in a situation of why not?
Yeah. Or surprise them, go to the right.
They got it set up right in the middle. It seems like they really like to run the option to the left when it's short. Perhaps able to get the guard over there with a little bit more haste as Meyer is still off the field. Briseno, who just scored from 10 yards out, is going to be on the right of Maxwell. Falch is coming in motion. Ooh, he might have turned over there early, but there's no flag, and now they're throwing it into the back of the end zone with a one-handed grab had by Caldrandra. But that probably shouldn't have happened. Falch was going in motion. Let me hand it over to our expert official. What are they supposed to do before they start moving upfield when you're in motion like that?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't see that.
Oh. All right, well, 50-15. And the Cougars have scored but once here in the third quarter, right? So here's Falcha coming in motion if you're watching. No, he's not. Denied. Replay denial. And looks like they are going to start bringing in a couple of new faces as Bryson Ryan, a sophomore, is going to come in along the 15 as well as Yeager, but it looks as if the Cougars believe that this is an onside kick forthcoming.
They got their hand seam on. A lot of skinny guys up front.
Beeler is also up there as well as Fawcett. And Kane Cantor. So they got all sorts of capable hands. But there's an awful lot of space between everybody who's up and the two guys who's back. So it might be a little bit of an opportunity there. This Northland Pioneer kickoff is on the way, and it will be a little bit of a pooch and a fair catch called for that was interfered with, and that will be Show Low football. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. It's Northland Pioneer College. Jake Wolford had run underneath it, but he was contacted while he was in the process. And Briseno was the one who got there a little bit too quickly. The officials are talking about it. Now, is this a 15-yard flag?
We'll see.
Fair catch interference. Mingus. Be a 15-yard penalty. First down.
Ouch.
That hurts.
All right, so at the spot of the foul was the 49-yard for the Cougars. And they're going to move 15 yards and give us a chance to see who's going to come out and do some quarterbacking. It got Fawcett still out there, so one would assume that it's going to be Clark. And the officials are again huddled up and telling Show Low to move away. But the Cougars are expecting this one to go 15 yards in their favor, as Clark is going to come out and continue to direct.
Okay, fair catch interference. That's a 15-yard penalty, and we will re-kick.
Oh, my. So this isn't something that you see on a kickoff very often. Is this something that Show Low can ask for, or is this automatically called?
And that's what they called it.
So Mingus, well, Maxwell is getting an explanation. And he's pleading his case. I sadly don't know this rule. This is one of those things you almost never see.
That's they just want to get it right.
Yeah, but if this were to happen on a punt, it would be 15 yards from the spot.
That's correct.
So, ¿qué pasa?
Did they call a timeout?
Mingus now is on the sideline, perhaps trying to figure out what it ought to do. As there's an awful lot of confusion. It's been a while since we told you. It's 50-15, Show Low leading with 34 seconds to play here in the third, and Maxwell is not happy. So now I'm pretty sure that they've had more than the allotted time for the determination of what to do, but being given a generous allowance. And now Mingus, who had just attempted an onside kick, now has two receivers that have moved up to the 25. The Northland Pioneer College kickoff is coming at you a second time. Now it's somebody late getting off the sideline. How has this not been a delay of game? As there still is no movement toward the football, and now I guess they're just saying there's the clock. So now they're going to pooch this one, but I think that Mingus was too quickly across the line of scrimmage. There's the procedure signal. So moving back another 5 yards.
They're going to be kicking out of the end zone here in a second.
When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. So 20 yards of penalty that the Mingus Marauders are having to contend with. As the Show Low faithful are starting to matriculate toward the parking lot, feeling like this one's in the books.
They're going to miss this great kickoff.
All right, so now they got people moving away from the line for the Cougars, as this looks like they're going to actually kick this one deep, and it is sent back and all the way to the 25 where Yeager is underneath it. He's at the 35, the 40 as he's moving to his left, and he's dropped out of bounds. So after all is said and done, it will be excellent field position for the Cougars. 30 seconds to play here in the third. 50-15 they lead. And Keegan Clark had been out there ready to do some signal calling prior to all of the mayhem. Clark back out there. He is ready to be joined in the backfield by Cal Fawcett, as they're going to start on their own 42. After a while ago now, Mingus was able to get the touchdown and two-point conversion. So from the shotgun with Fawcett on the right and into the neutral zone come one of the Marauders. So
prior to the snap,
5 yards.
encroachment, Mingus.
Move it to the Show Low 47. All the way to the sideline comes Clark, as he's now got to get back to the line where his team is already down and set. Fake the handoff and then shovel the pass off to Fawcett, who's right up the center of the field, into open field and into the end zone for the score. 53 yards, and that's a pass. 53-yard shovel pass That's completed to Fawcett. He still has not thrown an incompletion. ...162 yards on the day. You've been quick to give a lot of credit to the offensive line, and I think that's where it all goes on that one.
Yep.
McCrill in for the extra point, trying to get it back into a 42-point game. As the snap is down, the kick is away, and that time he bangs it low and no good.
No good.
But it stops the clock with 21 seconds left, 56-15. Show Low leads. This is the Show Low Ford presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
56-15, the extra point is not good, so it's a 41-point edge for the Cougars. McCrill is going to kick it away. As this is a Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. As Falcha is back and circling under this one near the 10, drops it at the 10, now picks it up, starts cutting to left, serpentining his way to the 25-30 where he is brought down by a great open field tackle by Jack Bear.
That was Thaddeus Coriel on the tackle. 56.
So 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 56-15, Show Low with the big lead. We've been getting a couple of scores that have been coming in. We can hand those off to you here in the fourth quarter as Maxwell is sauntering off the sideline. He's got Meyer back out there again. Tripp's going to the left. This is the option again, going to the left. Meyer with a little bit of space as he cuts it over the 35 and is brought down near the 30. And that's a good 8-yard pickup.
And Mountain Mobile first down.
No, that was more than 8 yards.
8 plus 2.
How about 12?
There you go.
152 yards on 31 carries now. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with Show Low with a commanding 56-15 lead. It's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Final quarter bit about to begin. 56-15, Show Low leading. As Mingus has found a little bit of wealth with this option coming to the left. And they got that set up on the near hash. Drew Meyer with 31 carries and 152 yards. As he is slowly coming off the sideline, as well as his quarterback and Zach Harrison, who's been good for 6 of 12 and 81 yards. This time running the option to the right where Meyer has to make a couple of men miss and perhaps benefiting from a block in the back, but there are no flags as the clock runs, and it will now be second down and 11. one of the few instances where Meyer was trapped in the backfield. But now behind the sticks. And in a passing situation, Harrison has thrown a couple of interceptions, and he's got lucky a couple times with some tips. He's got trips to the left. Single man on the far side is Nahar as he gets the snap and instead hands it off. And diving up the middle is Meyer as he gets that yard that he lost back, maybe one more, but it's third down and 9. Clock under 11 minutes to play. 41-point lead for the Cougars. Still have the first defensive unit out there as they got the same formation. Nahar split wide right. Trips left. High snap had as they're going over the middle where it's grabbed by Calandra, and he's able to get down to the 48, but he needed to get to the 50.
So close. Not close enough.
I would wager they're going to go for it, though.
Yeah, you don't punt in this situation.
They need 2 yards. Meyer is going to go to the right of his quarterback, who this time has 2 receivers on either side of the line.
Oof.
And nobody was ready for that snap. And there's Harrison, who's trying to squirt through 4 tacklers but can't do so.
Oh, he tried to move that ball once he was down.
So it'll be a turnover on downs. 10 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the ball game. Show Low set to take over, leading 56-15. And again, looking to see if Keegan Clark, who's still perfect through the air and has been able to run for 109 yards and 3 touchdowns, will continue to play quarterback. But it looks like Talon Lester is going to come out and operate as the signal caller. Lester has a big run already to his credit. 5'11", 125-pound junior is going to line up in the shotgun, take the snap. Handoff is given away, and trying to get to the right side is Bryson Ryan, who's able to get a couple of yards. Well, maybe just 1.
E for effort.
I think that was Ryan's first carry. So 2nd down and 9. 9.5 minutes to play. 56-15. Show Low leading. As Lester again gives it to Ryan. This time cuts up a little bit quicker, going to his left, and is able to stumble down to the 40 in Mingus territory, close to a first down. Make it 3rd down and a short 3.
I think this is great for these young kids to get in there. Get some experience on Friday nights.
Lester again with Ryan on his left. And in the slot there is Cantor. He's going to keep it instead and get tripped up shy of the yard marker. You need to get to the 42, and I think he got stopped around the 43. Even fooled me. Clock stopped right now with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to play. I don't get it.
No, they're going to do measurement.
Oh, they're measuring. That makes a bit more sense.
Now it's going to get winded up.
No, they're not going to measure.
Nope.
So they need about a foot. 4th down and a fraction of a yard. And a timeout will be taken by Show Low. We will join them as the Cougars lead 56-15. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
All right, you're clear for 30.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
The Cougars have had a moment to think about it. Ryan and Lester are again going to be in the backfield as they need about a foot. Lester again going to keep it. This time is more than enough. He needed 1 foot, and he got about 10 of them, 10 feet that is.
That line looks sharp.
Lester now with 45 yards on the evening. That Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down moves it to the Mingus 35. 8 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. And Show Low leading 56-15. As Lester has this give, waits as Beeler takes it, now runs through one tackler at the 30 and then gets down to the 27. A 7-yard pickup for Beeler as he now has 8. Forgot to give you these scores here. A couple of interesting notes. As ALA is leading Thatcher 42-19. Thatcher is going to be the Cougars' next opponent right here, and you can hear it right here on 106.7. iTalk it is. Ben Franklin is leading Snowflake 42-14, and Blue Ridge is already with a win in the books, having knocked off Altra State 34-0. There's a little contact in the backfield as Cantor is able to get that one and eventually get it over the 25. And it will be just shy, or will it be enough for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down? So it is a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Chains move, 56-15. Show Low still leads, but is again approaching the red zone. As Lester again using the shotgun and hands it off. We've got a new ball carrier as Blaine Perkins is trying to get to the left, and he's brought down after a 5-yard loss. And Clay Griffin was more than a little pleased with his tackling effort.
I think at this point, Show Low should just take every second off the clock they can. Learn an opportunity right here.
6 minutes, 37 seconds to go. And facing a second down, they're calling it 11. And there's a little bit of a miscue as Lester kind of tossed that one, expecting to be able to hand that off to somebody, and Mingus thinks that it has recovered, and Mingus did.
Ryan Griffin with the
Ryan
recovery.
Griffin was able to get that one. Oh, and a little bit low getting up. We don't know who that is, but he seems to be favoring his right leg. And he's able to get up under his own power. But not walking with a lot of confidence. So Mingus back with the football, trailing 56-15, and Harrison and Meyer are going to continue to get all of the work for the Marauders. But they don't have nearly as many players in uniform as do the Cougars here playing at home. Meyer, he's been out there an awful lot. He's carried the football 33 times, and he's been good for 153 yards and a touchdown. Falcher going in motion, moving to the right, and a low snap is had by Meyer on a bounce, and he's going to try to make something out of it. Does so by getting over the 30, cuts it to his left, and nearly has the first down. He's right at the sticks.
I think they're going to give him a first down. Colton Yeager on the tackle.
My goodness.
Mountain Mobile first down.
And how did he do that? Everybody might have been a little out of position after they saw the ball get behind the quarterback.
Surprised. They thought they were going to get the ball.
6 minutes remaining, 56-15. Show Low leads here in the fourth quarter. As Falcha again is in motion behind the line of scrimmage. Harrison going to use the shotgun as Meyer stands on his right. Now Falcher coming back in motion, and he's going to get the call. Trying to move it away from one player before cutting it up at the 40, getting some positive yardage despite being met in the backfield.
Whipple with the tackle. Inbounds.
That's Falch's first carry. So make it now second down and 6. Clock moving, getting close to 5 minutes remaining. As this has been the pace that Mingus has been wanting to play with throughout the ball game. We got trips going to the right, and Meyer, the lone man in the backfield as he gets the call. Met in the backfield, but runs through one tackler before picking up a few yards and being brought down shy of the first down. Evan Whipple was the first player there. 4.5 minutes to go, and facing another third down opportunity. Again with two receivers on either side. One man actually lined up kind of closer to the slaughter in the backfield. Falcha in motion going to the right, and the handoff goes to Meyer. Bounce it to the right side. He's got the first down as he's spun down at the 45. Beeler there with the stop, but not before the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down is had. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to play. Which 56-15. Show Low is leading. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Same formation now as this one is brought down and thrown to the left where it's grabbed by Jimenez, who's able to get down inside the 40. It's a nice little 5-6 yard pickup. All the way up to 7. Nothing wrong with that. Second down, and they're calling it 2. Receivers moving again. This might be something that Mingus wants to consider using in a little bit more abundance. So when they start moving people around in motion, it's at least giving everybody something that they're going to have to keep track of.
Yeah.
As here comes
and then
Nahara, and he's going to give that one to him and trying to get to the corner on the far side of the field, but can't do so. As who is stringing him out there? Keegan Clark there with some great play, open field.
Is that fourth down? Third down.
Third down, and they're going to say 2. Clock stopped at 2:53. And the Marauders taking their time. Taking a look at the replay here on the stream. And it wasn't just Clark. Beeler. Again.
You could call his name all night.
He was occupying 2 blockers.
Yep.
So back to the line. 4 receivers set. Handoff goes Meyer trying to get to the left. Bounces it out. Now cuts it upfield at the 35. Has the first down, and he's out of bounds at the 30. Make it the 31. Colton Yeager is able to get the stop, but not before the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down is had. Getting close to 200 yards is Meyer. Make it now 1st and 10 on the Show Low 29 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And again, methodically working their way to the line of scrimmage of the Marauders despite not huddling. Myers in the backfield. I got him at 179 yards. As now he's going to offer some blocking help as Maxwell's moving the pocket to the right. Try to flip that one up where Falcho had a little bit of space near the 20, but pass was too tall.
got to hand it to that line. They gave him some time to pass. Playing with a little bit of pride here.
2:12 to go. And Mingus was back with possession of the football with more than 7 minutes to play. Maybe it was a little less than 7. But another one of those long drives. It's just the Show Low offense has been just, especially here in the second half, well, since the second quarter, really, picking up yards in too great a bunch. Meyer will move to Maxwell's left as he's going to get the call, having to again evade tacklers in the backfield. Somehow again does so. Look at this guy.
Cooper Everett on the tackle.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get to 200 yards, but what an incredible effort here from Drew Meyer. 38 carries and somewhere in the neighborhood of 180 yards.
Not bad.
He earned his trip to wherever the Marauders may be visiting following the ball game. No plugs. As here on 3rd down and 6, Maxwell again looking to throw, this time moving the pocket to the left. He's going to turn the corner along the near sideline and be forced out of bounds, but shy of the yard marker. Stops the clock with 1:26 to go. Looked like he had a man open in Munoz, but couldn't get it to him. That was a tough throw across his body. So it sets up 4th down and 2. And here's the last gasp for the Mingus Marauders. Meyer out of the backfield in motion. Maxwell looking over the middle. Now he's going to bail out and throw it to Meyer, who's surrounded by Cougars, but still is able to avoid them, spinning around inside the 20 and still on his feet as he moves to the 10. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down as Drew Meyer, trailing 56-15, stays on his feet, takes a couple tacklers for a ride. What an impressive young man. 1:10 left. As that was his first reception. So the curiosity, if only for a moment, was whether he would go over 200 total yards, but that seems unlikely. But maybe they can get him in the end zone again. He's in the backfield, and again with the option to the right. Short, hard pitch, but still had on a bounce as he runs into the end zone for the score. My good heavens. 11-yard score for Meyer is going to get him over 190 yards, maybe 200, as my numbers are very unofficial. But the bright spot here for the Marauders, and again, those are two plays that when you're trailing 41, he could have been forgiven if he kind of bailed out on.
Yeah.
But he says, no, sir. He plays 48.
Not a bad effort, Mingus, this last quarter.
No, there's no quit. No quit in the Marauders. Going to go for 2 here, trailing 56-21. And with Meyer, this time on Maxwell's left. Gets the call. Nope, they're going to keep it with Maxwell. Now throwing it again into the back of the end zone. And there is a wide open Galandra, who has his second conversion to make it 56-23 with 41 seconds left. I would speculate so far as to suggest the Marauders are going to be attempting another onside kick.
That would be
they
just
can do
to
it
get
without
the points
20
up.
yards of penalty.
There you go.
We're committed. All right, so already out on the field is, well, now they're calling back to the sideline. So with Thatcher having a rough go at ALA, Show Low looking pretty sharp. What do you anticipate next week?
Show look good. It's going to be close. I think it'll be close. I think they'll rebound. Thatcher rebounds next week.
I think the Cougars are are firing on each of their cylinders. And
what was the score again, Thatcher?
(42-13), losing to ALA.
And the game's up here?
Yeah.
I think Show has it.
I don't think I'm saying anything out of turn here. That a lot of people dial it in for Thatcher.
Yeah.
And having suffered the loss last year, and I believe it wasn't pretty. I don't remember the score. We'll have that for you next week. The Cougars might be looking to serve up something that's best cold. I'm speaking of revenge.
This is a revenge game from last year.
Onside kick was unsuccessful. Show Low is able to gather it in. There's 39 seconds remaining, and the Cougars have made it a matter of mathematics, setting up a 2-0 start. But again, we'll have that ball game for you right here on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com with the Thatcher Eagles coming on up. And the Show Low Cougars hoping to show them what it's like. They just got to ask Mingus. Might as well get Raound Valley on the phone too, huh?
Yeah.
Back out there under center is Clark, as he is going to take a knee. They might need to do it once more. Nah, I think they're saying we're good. That looks as if it will be the last play of the ball game, as the final will be 56-23. Show Low, having already started off the year with a win at Raound Valley, now is victorious on its own field. As we will begin our post-game conversation right after this, it's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
I chose MPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist. This is the start to that path. And instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I've learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's kind of crazy how much I've learned. Northland Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Final score was 56-23. Show Low winners over the Mingus Marauders. As Barry, just keep on emphasizing this. This could have been a lot worse. The first possession was fumbled into the end zone from Show Low. And even with all that, an awful lot of points scored.
Yes. I mean, it could have gone ugly quick, but Show Low rebounded and made a good day of it.
So we got to take a couple of looks at some things here, especially the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. And I want to throw it back to the first quarter, already suffering because they had not been able to get that first touchdown. Came back and scored one after that, held Mingus to a 3-and-out after the turnover, and it really looked like Mingus was trying to figure out, trying to get something going forward. Drop back Zach Harrison, who throws one over the middle and just completely airmails his intended receiver, but hits Cal Fawcett in the chest, who's able to grab that one and then run 55 yards into the end zone, which really just set the tone, really allowed Show Low the opportunity to start grinding it out with its offense, which then transitioned to getting those big chunks, and I really feel like it all came back to that straight line play of the game with that 55-yard interception from Fawcett.
That really set the tone for the rest of the night.
So that's Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile with that straight line play of the game and the 55-yard return from Cal Fawcett. Also got a hit on the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. This was played pretty cleanly. There wasn't an awful lot of those filling, jigglers, but there was one big one when Anthony Avila forced a fumble and was able to just completely take the air out of what Mingus was trying to do in the second half.
Yeah, it was about the 49-yard line. Deflated them so much.
So that's the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. Need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN for that glass shattering hit of the game. And you could probably make a case that there is some conversation that needs to be had for the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Player of the Game. But when you take a look at the stat sheet and realize how literally perfect Keegan Clark was, 5 for 5 from the air for 162 yards and a touchdown, 10 carries for 109 yards, including 3 scores on the ground. I wish we had the formula for passer rating, but I'm guessing it's well over 150, if not
That's right.
150, if that is the perfect score. He did just about everything, including having some great stops in the defensive backfield.
Yep.
Was as impressive as it played out in your mind?
He looked like a wide receiver quarterback. He had his legs underneath him. The only thing he didn't do was kick a field goal.
No, he did not. And he is our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Player of the Game. For the best selection of hiking and hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, south of Pine Top on Highway 260. Keegan Clark is the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Player of the Game. We will start wrapping it up for you right after this. Here it's the Show Low Ford presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
I really wanted to work with robotics. When you come here, you have to act mature and meet deadlines. It's going to help me and my associates, in which I'll be a step closer in college. I'm going to have to apply these skills to the workforce. My ultimate career goal would be to be a mechanical engineer. MPC is transforming my life.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Show Low winners 56-23. Set it down to Ron, who's got a couple of these victorious Cougars.
Okay, thanks, Derek. Thanks, Derek, down here with Keegan Clark, Cal Fawcett, and Jacob Yeager. Let's talk with you first, Keegan. What did you like out of your offense tonight?
Honestly, it starts with our line. Our line's the heart and soul, like I said last week. There was holes that were probably 5 yards open. That's like Cal was running through everything. I was running through everything. Jake was running through everything. I mean, Coach could have ran through the holes that they were making. So my heart goes out to them for what they did tonight.
All right, let's talk about that, Cal. You were the recipient of some of those holes, but you took an advantage of a lot of them. Why don't you talk a little bit about your offense?
Well, basically, our line has been working really hard all season, and we've just been practicing sustaining blocks all season, and they're just doing a great job of kicking out and getting up the hole and get to the second level, and it just makes my job easy.
Jacob, why don't you talk a little bit about just your team? How are you guys gelling at this point in the season? Got Thatcher coming to this field next week, which is a big game for you guys. Why don't you talk a little bit about your team? How do you feel like you're gelling right now?
I think our team as a group is the chemistry is there, and I think that's what really leads a team to be a championship, team. And we have a thing in the field house that's in there. It's character plus chemistry equals championships, and I think the character's there in the team. We got a lot of good leadership there. The team's just coming together as one right now, where in past years we haven't really been tight as a team. But this year we're really coming into it, and we're ready to lay it to people. So I say bring it on, Thatcher. We're ready for him. So.
Okay, there you go. All right, Keegan, you are a player of the game. Congratulations on a great night. All of you guys, really. What are some things you need to work on this week with Thatcher coming in? What are some things you're going to work on this week at practice?
Well, we're going to work on Thatcher's just they're the hardest team I think we're gonna face. They just keep coming and coming and coming. But we're gonna work probably on like our mental stuff, because last year we lost like 77-7. So obviously we got to work on that stuff. But we're just gonna keep pounding away, and I feel like we'll be all right this upcoming week. So I think we'll be all right. Yeah.
All right, congratulations, guys. Great game. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Ron. As Keegan Clark, our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Player of the Game, continuing to earned those accolades by bailing us out because we couldn't remember the score, and he estimated it to be 77-7.
I thought it was less than that, but hey, 77-7, that's some good motivation next week.
Well, he's got this Show Low offense humming. Thatcher, which has suffered a loss here to ALA, one of the ALAs anyway, they going to come in to buzzsaw.
Yeah.
As this is looking like a Cougar team that's sort of efficiency that you'd expect in October, not August.
Yeah, they got all the gears running together, so it should be a good game next week.
Well, last call here at Show Low High School, 56-23. The Cougars win. We thank you so much for starting your holiday weekend with us, and hope that it continues to really go in a happy light. One more time, 56-13, Show Low victorious over Mingus. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Show Low Ford presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopanicki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.